Welcome to this edition of Press Point. After the Supreme Court ruled that the NG-CDF is unconstitutional, MPs are now in the process of legitimizing it through the back door. Through the public participation. Today we ask ourselves whether a referee can play as the striker, score a goal, then blow the whistle to confirm the legitimacy of their own goal. Is it right for MPs to allocate funds, administer the same funds, and then oversee the same funds? Should the same leaders tasked with making laws and providing oversight be the ones allocating, disbursing, and launching projects with the money they are supposed to supervise? Surely. Welcome to the ever-muddy waters of NG-CDF, the National Government Constituency Development Fund, or as some may call it, MPs with a checkbook and no supervision. Now, let's revisit the key constitutional question. What are the roles of an MP? Now, according to our constitution, an MP has got three sacred duties: representation, oversight, and legislation. Not distribution, not procurement, and not launching water tanks branded with their names. But what do we have today? Lawmakers write the law, approve the money, and then spend it themselves. That's like writing your own exam, marking it, and still claiming you topped the class. Now, lest we forget, here is what the learned friends from the Supreme Court bench observed.
The High Court declared the National Government Constituency Development Fund, NG-CDF, unconstitutional. This means they will lose billions allocated to them every year for their constituencies. In a majority judgment delivered on Friday, High Court judges Kanye Kimondo and Roslyn Aburili found the fund to be a duplication of functions set for the counties, and that the Constitution of Kenya does not give the National Assembly the powers to implement functions, but instead the executive.
So the courts, which we always ignore, unless of course they rule in our favor, elaborately said that the NG-CDF was unconstitutional. They say that MPs cannot be both the cooks and the tasters of their own meal in the CDF kitchen. Because when you hold the national spoon and the constituency plate, without anyone watching or questioning you and knowing their history, someone's bound to get overfed. And the people waiting for the food at the dining table may be in for a very long wait. Now, in classic style, MPs responded swiftly, not by stepping back, but by launching countrywide public participation. Yes, they hit the road asking the public if it is okay to keep eating from the same pot they started. As Kenyans, we were told to bring our memoranda. Some brought opinions. They were told to bring, while others came to see others bring their opinions. It was a cocktail. But let's not kid ourselves. Let's be adults here. Many of these forums are not neutral platforms for civic input. It is a carefully curated theater. Echoes of something, maybe echoes of doom, with MPs unfairly influencing the process, shaping outcomes, steering feedback, and filtering out dissent. Public participation becomes a formality, not a forum. A rubber stamp, a yes or yes choice.
And now Parliament is at it again, collecting public views on the National Government Constituency Development Fund into law. But questions linger. Should they be the ones driving the exercise?
For the MPs, what they're interested in is the people rubber stamping what they want. That is, they want CDF by hook or crook.
Before we're accused of being haters or enemies of, Maendeleo, let's be very clear. No one is saying that the money isn't useful. We've seen classrooms roofed, bursaries dished out, cows bought, toilets unveiled with, ribbon cutting ceremonies and a choir. CDF has done things. It has been dished out as handouts. But this isn't about usefulness. This is about constitutionality. Scales of justice on one side, a sack of CDS money on the other. Because when the same person who writes the rules, approves the budget, and then supervises their own spending, also stands in front of the project holding a scissors to launch it, that's not development. That's conflict of interest. The interests cannot conflict further than this. Here they are, conflicted, twisted and intertwined. Could it be that we are accusing MPs when indeed it is Mubaba who is behind all this? Not Baba the Enigma, but Mubabas wa Taifa, who has issued them with these goodies to appease them.
Na hiyo pesa ya barabara mnayoputania mkiniwachia, naweza kupanga pesa nyingi ya kutengeneza hizi barabara zote.
So, as the dogs bark at you, now you know who the owner of the dog is. Do not waste too much time with the dogs. Just kick the dog and hear the owner react. Opening this Pandora's box doesn't end with MPs, because now senators will have their own stake. They are asking, if MPs are eating, surely, why not us too? Welcome to the era of the Senatorial Oversight Fund, a fund where senators want to be funded to oversee funding that funds other people's oversight. Soon, even MCAs will want a grassroots oversight facilitation fund. Here is how your current Senate Speaker and former Kilifi Governor thinks MCAs should be handled.
Kwa hivyo naomba zile kaunti zingine ambazo hawajapatia kitita MCAs, tafadhalini wapatieni vitita vyao walete huduma kwa wananchi, ila sivyo watasumbua.
You see where this is going? Straight into a Funds for Everyone festival, where the Constitution becomes just another, suggestion. Among the few voices of dissent, we have our so-called Baba, who has for once now differed with Mubabas wa Taifa.
Today there's a Gazette notice. They are saying that they want to amend the Constitution in order to legalize this CDF national government. What does national government have to do in the counties? In counties, we have counties which have got executive powers to implement.
The so-called Baba is known for his darlingship, darlingship to governors. So it is not for me to judge about his interest. You be the judge. Now, the conversation isn't about development, it's about who gets the glory. Because in Kenyan politics, the most expensive project isn't roads or schools or, hospitals. It's credit. Everyone wants the credit, and no MP wants to give up their branded water tank moment. Now, here is the twist. As they say, hata baba mzee hukula chakula, and our Mubabas wa Taifa, being a loyal fan of himself, did not forget his place at the table. He looked at the scrambling children, each fighting for a spoonful, and with the calm wisdom of a seasoned dad, declared, kama nyinyi munapigania chakula, basi mimi nitakula. Nyinyi munapigania, mimi nakula. A true leader leads by example. And what better example than showing how it's done?
Mkiniwachia, naweza kupanga pesa nyingi ya kutengeneza hizi barabara zote.
So will the Constitution win, or will ego prevail? Either way, we are watching. Now, what is our takeaway? The question is no longer just about NG-CDF. It's about integrity in leadership. You can't claim to represent the people while also controlling the project and the praise. In the game of governance, you can't be the referee, striker, and cheerleader. Because when accountability is absent, even good intentions become loopholes. And in Kenya, loopholes don't just leak, they flood. And everyone wants a share. The children and the Mubabas wa Taifa. Our mother Wanjiko is left all by herself. I need not say more. That was this week's edition of Press Point. Join us next week for another thrilling take on the happenings of our motherland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, please share.